Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Good morning.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Okay. So, Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Patakamalan Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Anvitamscha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Vanchakalpatarabhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesa Gopta Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Sapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna everyone. I would like to welcome you all to our systematic study of Vedic scriptures. In that, we're in chapter 10 of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter to 18th chapter is full of knowledge. This is considered as kind of helping us to gain access to Jnana Yoga. You all will go through many verses to understand who we are, where we are, what kind of circumstances are we in, what kind of activities we should do, what kind of activities are performed if people are in different kinds of thought process or different kinds of interests, whether it could be mode of passion, mode of ignorance, mode of goodness. And in a way, it also helps us to assess where we are in this ladder of this complex model. And in that, Krishna is saying, what is knowledge? This verse will still continue, spending some time, I think maybe a couple of weeks also. If I'm audible, please let me know.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So just once again recite this verse and then we'll go to this in further detail. Amanitvam adambitvam ahimsa kshantirarjavam acharya upasanam saucham dhairyam atma vinigraha indriyarteshu vairagyam ahankarevacha janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha doshana darshanam asaktir anabhisvangaha putra dhara grahadishu Nityam cha sama chittatvam ishta nishtopatishu Mai chananya yogena bhaktir avyabhicharini vivikta desha devitvam aratir janasamsadi Adhyatma jnana nityatvam tattva jnanartha darshanam etad iti proktam ajnanam yad ato Anyatha. So these verses are telling about what is real knowledge. And last week, or even last before week, I think this is the third week we are discussing about this. And because of the amount of knowledge that is presented here, where Krishna is declaring, all these I declare to be knowledge. Besides this, whatever there may be is ignorance. So let's try to understand what is real knowledge, and in that, the first and foremost is humility. It is very, very important. I think someone may have to go on mute. Yeah, thank you. there. Nikhil Prabhu. I'll just mute and you can unmute when you want to talk. So this humility is the foremost and pridelessness. And last before week, I think we were discussing about humility and where we were thinking it can humility sometimes may be thought as humanity, or humility can be thought as something which is a quality to be very, very passive. And in the purport, Prabhupada is mentioning, the process of knowledge is sometimes misunderstood by less intelligent. And I have a lot of such great qualities of being this less intelligent man myself, due to which going through these qualities and understanding them and trying to apply them in my life, I see it is very, very important, because Krishna is saying whatever else we want to learn is waste of time. So if we really want to understand, then we should focus or change our vision to get into this acquiring these wonderful qualities. And then, but actually, this is the real process of knowledge. If one accepts this process, then the possibility of approaching the absolute truth exists. If we want to be successful in our life, if we want that, okay, I want to be the winner, not the loser. And what is the secret is by acquiring this knowledge. And we should first and foremost understand that it is not all this knowledge what we are seeing is interaction of these material elements. Like for example, when oxygen and hydrogen come together, then water is coming. Or in the far out galaxy there are black holes, and sun is a ball of gases, and all these kind of whatever we are seeing, these are made of material elements. And the knowledge that most of the universities are giving us is advanced in this field, but that is still not the complete knowledge. The embodied soul is trapped by the body. That is the truth. When we understand that all these elements that we are there, and even this body which is made up of eyes, karmendriyas, jnanendriyas, five karmendriya, five jnanendriyas, and then there is sound, what is it? Sound, smell, touch, form, sound, smell, touch, form, taste. So 15 items are over, and mind, sixth one, and intelligence, I think 17. And then comes these modes of material nature in unmanifested form. Mana, Buddhi, Ahankar, and there is one more set of five, which all build together as the five is the what do we call this? Mahabhutas, air, fire, water, ether, and sky. Air, fire, water, ether, earth. So in that way, there are 24 material elements with which this whole material manifestation is there, even this body. And we understand that we are not this body, but we are covered or entrapped in this body. This is the understanding. And of all the descriptions of process of knowledge, the most important point is described in the first line. Mai chananyena yogena bhaktir avyavicharini. Vyabhichari, we may have heard this word when we call someone as unchaste. If someone is not, or Vyabhicharini is used to say someone is adulterated, not pure. Avyabhicharini means pure. And what pure? Bhakti yoga. And what kind of bhakti? Unadulterated, the purest bhakti, and cha ananya mai, ananya yogena mai, ananya yogena bhakti abhyacharini. So this is saying the process of knowledge terminates in unalloyed, alloy means mixture, unalloyed devotional service to the Lord. So if one does not approach or is not able to approach the transcendental service of the Lord, then the other 19 items are of no particular value. But if one takes to the devotional service in full Krishna consciousness, the other 19 items automatically develop within. So, in what is knowledge is all those above 19 qualities. Adam Vikram, no, um, what is it starting? Yeah. Amanitvam, Adam Vikram, Ahimsa, Shantir, Arjavam. So I hope we will come to these few qualities, or even we'll start first again with Amanitvam. And what is the understanding that we carried in the last session about humility? Maybe someone can speak. What is that we discussed?
Humility means, Prabhu, it's not having the self pride and respect for all other being of this creation.
Not having self pride and
not having self pride and respect and value all the other beings in this creation.
Okay. So not expecting respect, but only giving respect. Yeah. Yeah. Here we see the definition. What Srila Prabhupada is giving is humility means that one should not be anxious to have the satisfaction of being honored by others. Yeah. So the material conception of life makes us very eager to receive honor from others. Otherwise, we don't even do something, right? Whenever we do something, we always are interested in seeing what is that I am going to get. And if I don't get honor, I'm not even going to take up the activity. We are so much attached to it. I don't know if we have come across this word adambar, to show off that I am so, I am so. I genuinely deserve all these things. Come on. After all, I have spent so much time. I have spent so much money. I have given all my resources. So I'm at least expecting something to come out of it. Humility means that one should not be anxious to have the satisfaction of being honored by others. If there is no honor, we are ready to leave the place. We think, hey, I'm not treated properly. I went to that program, I went to this function, I went to that, and people didn't recognize me that I have come. And then because people have not recognized me, then I feel dissatisfied and I just simply walk out. This is what we see in the material world, that in our dealings, in our day-to-day dealings, we see that in the material conception of life makes us very eager to receive honor from others. But spiritual point of view, it says anything honor or dishonor pertaining to this body is useless. One should not be hankering after this material deception. Material deception is a very nice word, means cheating, isn't it? Deceiving. This is a deceiving mechanism that is in place in this material world, that we have an identity crisis, that we identify ourselves with this body. And because we identify ourselves with this body, what is happening is that we are going through this expectation of satisfaction out of honor that we expect to receive. So people are very anxious to be famous for their religion, and consequently, sometimes it is found that without understanding the principles of religion, one enters into some group which is not actually following religious principles. So sometimes this socializing uh, is also kind of identifying oneself to something, and that's why they say, "Hey, I am." Have you seen these days these kind of um, what do we call this, ads, which says I, and then there is a love symbol, and then Strom, for example, a company who is supplying power, they advertise it, or I love, and then comes Spain or Paris or London. Have you seen this?
Yes,
No?
Prabhuji. So, nice photographic place.
Yeah.
I love these things, these
I,
kind.
yeah. So people do not know what to call themselves. They say I love, but they don't know what is love. So that's the thing. Oh, I like it. No, I love it. I belong to it. I am part of it. No, best thing is I love, because love. No, everyone wants love, and everyone uh, sees that as a genuine expression of one. So they say, and what does that mean? One wants to identify himself to what certain thing, whether it is place, a community, a country. Huh? I I am proud of my nation. Huh? That is an identity. I take pride to be part of this nation. I am proud to be that. I am proud to be this. I am proud to be uh, manager. I am proud to be director. I am proud to be. So all these kind of things, these are called upadhis, designations. But this is a cheating process, because we are not this. The reality is that we are the soul. We are just inside this body. Of course, we are the owners of this body. But what is happening? Because the body is dictating an identity which is not our, which is not me. I am not able to understand this because I lost my knowledge. I forgot my real identity. And then what is happening? This identity crisis is dominating. So as for actual advancement in spiritual sign, one should have a test to see how far he is progressing. He can judge by these items. So first thing is humility. I'll give a nice real story that took place 500 years back. In this story, I think all these great personalities. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Bengal, uh, he inaugurated Sankirtan movement, uh, and yeah, uh, joined by Nityananda Prabhu and also Haridas Thakur and all his associates. Uh, then there were two brothers, Sakar Malik and what is it? Da, Dabir Malik, no, Dabir Khan, right? Huh? No, wait a second. I think Dabir Malik and Sakar Malik, I think. Abu Prabhu, correct? Dabir Khan or
I think it was Sakir Malik and Dabir.
Sakir Malik and Dabir Khan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, so they are not ordinary. In that time, there were Muhammadiyans who were ruling, and that time they were in a very, very prominent positions. So they were very, very rich. They were prime ministers, had tremendous wealth, but they were not interested in all these things. They were great devotees of Krishna, but out of social obligation or kind of social pressure from the um, Mohammedans at that time, the ruler, they had to take an occupation of the ministers for very cruel-hearted and deceitful king. If they wouldn't take, they see that this king would torture the innocent, especially especially Hindus. So they took this role as ministers, and the king also sees that they are very, very famous, very learned, and by having them in his court, the king will be benefited. He knows. So in that way, he employed uh, Sakir Malik and Dabir Khan. These are not the real names. They were uh, mm, devotees, but the king said, okay, you be this, and these are your names, and in that way, uh, um, they were taking care of their role and taking care of people, and but they have no interest. They had great interest for Krishna. They had great love and devotion for Krishna. So one night they came to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then they met him, and yeah, they had such a great humility. We are talking about this quality of humility, that in spite of such a very, very rich and wealthy uh, and famous, when they came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they paid flat dandavats. They paid obeisances, prostrated obeisances, with tears in their eyes, uh, uh, not imagining the truth of this moment, that will they ever get a chance, fortune to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They were crying, and they fell, and they were not even getting up. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had to come and uh, lift them, and yeah. So here we see that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is seeing the great humility in them, and then he initiated them as Rupa Goswami, Rupa and Sanatan. These were the names. And from here, of course, this shows already an idea of what real humility is, irrespective of how knowledgeful we are and what kind of position we may have, what kind of influence we have in our hand. Still, understanding that I am just a servant of the Lord. My identity is what? Is to be servant, to be accepted by the Lord as his servant. For that, I don't care all the other identities. All these come and go. So that's what Sanatan Rupa Goswami, we see, and Sanatan Goswami, show. In spite of wealth and position, these are material designations, and if we really take them as a real, seriously ours, then what happens? This is what is called material deception. It cheats us to feel us that, okay, I am that, and that's why we see a lot of political disturbances, social disturbances, religious disturbances, all this happening because of what? Because of misidentification of who we truly are. So then we see further that then there is a boy called Jiva. Hmm. Was he was watching everything what was happening, what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was discussing, by seeing uh, uh, Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, and his brother Vallabha. Vallabha's son is Jiva. So they were always discussing the subject matter of Krishna, and conversing and all these things. By seeing them, this conversation, how they surrender to God, and he saw how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has accepted. Jiva Goswami genuinely got touched by this, that he too understands what is the real thing that we should hanker for is love of God, bhakti. What kind of bhakti? Ananya bhakti. Ananya yogena avyabhicharam. So that kind of devotion is what? Yeah, even a boy can genuinely understand. It need not be that, okay, one has to go through a lot of shastras, one has to go through reading all Vedas, one has to hear a lot of stories. No, with the association of devotees, when one is in the association of devotees, the kids can genuinely understand what gives happiness. Why? Because uh, through this example, we see just by seeing their uncles and father discussing the subject matter, seeing how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has accepted and how genuinely they were successful here. Seeing this Jiva Goswami, he also got exposure uh, of what uh, is happening. In that way, the children is also benefited. Not only in this case, we see also this is very, very important if we are in married life. In married life, it is so important that we take care of ourselves, our family, which includes children. And of course, we have this responsibility really understood. Yes, we want to take care of our children. And for that matter, we also look for facilities for them. And we also are looking whatever all things that are needed for them and provide them education, provide them facilities. Everything is perfect. But what important uh, is that the child at home is learning what the parents are doing. If the parents are busy, the child thinks, oh, I should also be very busy. If the child, if the parent is busy and if he does something uh, that is causing anxiety, and what is the child doing? He's scared. Oh, what is this happening? But does he has any other example to see? No, he doesn't know. He himself is lost. Should he work hard or should he not? Because working hard, my parents are struggling. Huh? Okay, there is a sense of, okay, arranging things for me, but I see a lot of anxiety. Should I really take this? And is this the reality of life? Is this the only option? Is this the only way of living? Hmm. Rather, here we see that when Jiva Goswami he came to see his uncles Rup and Sanatan and his father Vallabha. They were so much in bliss by having the darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by being accepted by him. He understands that yes, the real identity is not this body. So that automatically comes. So they see, yeah, we know this also, right? We may have heard this, yeah. What is it called? There is this, right? The parents are our God. So yeah, and children should follow. So this uh, principles are there. Uh, so where the parents are really God conscious and brings godliness in the home, then the children also get the opportunity to see, okay. Uh, but if the parents are quite busy in the mundane material activities, then the child is lost. This is a very, very rare opportunity. I was discussing yesterday that the Lord has a plan to create this material world. He created this material world and put us all in this world. Not just that we can forget ourselves and keep on doing this nonsense again, and again. He creates along with a pinch of pain induced in it. Just like, okay, very nice rose plant. The rose is there, but there is also a thorn. Yeah, the thorn is a defending mechanism. Okay, but we usually only want roses. We don't want thorns. We very carefully take out the rose. In this material world also we are thinking that, okay, there is a danger, but I will try to do best. I will do all best so that I can get only rose, but no thorns. No, but the plant has thorns. The world also is designed such a way that we may escape, just like a thief who steals. He's always thinking that he can escape. Today he will escape, tomorrow he will escape, one day he will be caught. Similarly, we may think that I am enjoying at a cost of something, that's okay, but there will be time when the calculation happens. We know this karma philosophy. When we come to that point, uh, we see that, okay, we have done this thing, that thing. Oh, I thought no one saw it. I thought no one knew it. No, the Lord is inside us. He is, what is he doing? Upadrashta. He's observing everything what we are doing. He knows everything that we do. Uh, we may think, we may justify, doesn't matter. Lord is the right judge. He judges correctly what we deserve, and accordingly, we are put in this mechanism or a strategy of the Lord, that only if we understand our true identity, only if we understand that real knowledge, only when we understand these are the qualities, I should take it. Otherwise, I am risking my golden opportunity uh, in this form of life, because the Lord is saying, if someone is in the mode of ignorance, and if they want to be in mode of ignorance, they will be casted into hell. Why? Because they want to be in hell. Okay, Lord is saying, okay, be in hell. But only human form of life is given for people who genuinely want to make best of it. So, in that way, one is understanding this important point, that these qualities are very, very important. Without these qualities, advancement, what we may call, is not real advancement. That is only due to misidentification, we get carried away. So again, coming back to humility, what happened here? Shiva Goswami, this boy who was their nephew of Sanatan and Rupa Goswami, he saw them and he was completely happy to see, oh, this is what the parents are so much looked up by the children. This is very important that we may sometimes forget. We may be quite busy in our own day to day, that we think that, okay, I have provided my kid a school that he will be occupied, he will be engaged. No, most of the time he is at home. The child is at home and he is seeing what the parents are doing, and what parents are doing is what uh, he will also start developing similar identity. Uh, why? Because they see that who is the cause of their creation. Who is the Brahma of the child? The parents. Who is the Vishnu of the child? Who is maintaining them? The parents. And in the end, if you don't maintain, you will destroy me. That's very clear. That's very, very important. In that way, who is Shiva? If we don't take care of our children properly, then we are destroying. There is no intermediate stage that, oh, okay, if I don't do anything, then the child will not be destroyed. No, if I don't take care, just like a plant, if I don't water, of course, if I water, then what is happening? The plant is nourishing very nicely. But when I don't water, what happens automatically? The plant will dwindle and die. And who is the cause of it? The parent or the person who is watering the plant. So similarly here we understand that it's very, very important. The parents are the whole and soul for the nourishment or destruction of a child. So this influence is very important, and also because I see that we are in charge of taking care of our children. So how much seriously we should take care? We should not be carried away by social pressure. We should not be carried away by our own personal material aspirations. We should not be just carried away by our own desires, because Grihasthashram is all about what? Sacrifice. Oh, this word looks quite serious. Yeah, it is said, we'll come when we come to the chapter 18. Here we come across to see what are the duties of grihastha? And what are the duties of a sannyas? What are the duties of a brahmachari? What should he sacrifice? What kind of things he has to give up? What should he give up as a grihastha is charity. He should develop the quality of detachment and do what? Charity. Why? Because this is the one and only one ashram where people engage in worldly activities of earning, earning. If we do not develop the quality of giving, and giving, then we become too fat. And this fat is not good, right? Because obese people are struggling to maintain a healthy life. When we get obese with money, we don't know what to do. We'll have bigger plans, and these bigger plans cause us bigger uh, problems, and in that way we get stuck in that. So we should be very careful. Yeah, just like when a fat person, just imagine, yeah, you have entered through a door, uh, then then you started taking whatever you want, just like a thief. The thief has entered the house and he started seeing, wow, there is a nice watch, wall clock, there is nice jewelry, there is nice cash suitcase. After collecting all these things, he puts in the bag or whatever. When you want to come out, what will happen? That door opening is no more, yeah, sufficient for him to come out. He's just stuck. Then he starts thinking, oh, let me mitigate the situation, let me divide it into parts, and then and this. And meanwhile, the owner comes and catches him, and punishes. So the children, their intelligence is not working so properly, but in one sense, this is good because children, if already they would have developed individuality from day one when they were born, what will happen? They'll start questioning, hey, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? I don't understand. I think you are fool. So all these things, the children are um genuinely in the mode of following initially, mm, without filtration of intelligence. Without that intelligence, they see, okay, my parents are maintaining me. I'm sure that my parents, whatever they will do there, that is good for me. So in that way, the children are not using their intelligence, but it is the adults who have to use their intelligence to bring what is genuinely beneficial to the children. So, so in this case, Jiva Goswami, he understood how sincerely his father, his uncle, they were weeping and crying and presenting themselves in front of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, uh, um, as fallen, as and so lonely, and they totally surrendered. And this surrenderness is the symptom of humility. This is what we will also discuss later. So, at that very moment, what happened? Even this boy decided that his perfection of life would be to surrender to this great personality, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is also our emphasis for our own benefit, for our own benefit of children, is that we should bring them to not the bogus love that is available in the world, but to real love. Otherwise, we are cheating. We are cheating our own blood relation. How hard, how uh, how serious responsibility it is for us that we should genuinely give our kids Krishna consciousness. Why? Because all of us, I want to love. I want to be loved. All these feelings are very genuine. The child also will have this. So it's not just Like animals of eating, sleeping, mating, and defending are the only requirements of the soul. When we really see the requirement of the soul is none of these, it is only bodily needs. So a parent may think that, oh, I am providing nice house, I am providing nice food to my child, I am providing nice education for defending tomorrow, that he can get a job, he can get money, with money he can do anything. So I am providing all these things, and one fine day I will arrange marriage for him so that he can have his own offsprings, enjoyment. After all, is this not life? And if the parents are thinking this itself is life, then uh, the child is unfortunate. Unfortunately, the child is unfortunate. Even though he might be very rich, even though he might be having a lot of people following, even though he may have a lot of different exotic food, uh, different kinds of comforts, what is most important is love. And that is not what they are getting. So this is also what we are seeing as a uh, society is getting advanced. That's what is our understanding. The more we are advancing materially, the more the needs of the people is not met. If you see the statistics, the satisfaction, uh, we may have for a flash moment, we think, wow, we got it, we have it. What is that? Any invention? Why is that invention not stopping there? Satish Prabhu, if something is there, why is it not just stopping there? Why something else is coming?
Yes, Prabhuji. So that every quarter you deliver something new, quarterly results, and then more share price goes up. Wealth. It's a vision. I agree with you.
Yeah, it is that we are not satisfied. Why? Because we cannot be satisfied with matter. Very easy to understand. If you think matter will give me satisfaction, we are fools. And this fool business has been going on since ages. We think that this thing will give me, that thing will give me, this thing, so many things. We have so much trust in them, and they are cheating repeatedly. That is why new inventions are coming, hoping that this invention may save me. This is also in Bhagavad Gita, it's clearly mentioned that what kind of people are behind these things, and they are creating only what? Disturbance. Anyway, today's lesson is we are trying to understand humility. We see already Sanatan Goswami, Rupa Goswami, such great personalities, and now we are talking about Jiva Goswami. From that point, he had so much devotion to Krishna that he would make little deities of Krishna and Balaram, and all the day long they would just serve those deities while all his other friends were playing all sorts of games. Uh, we are in today's society, if we see this, we think, hey, it's an odd man out. I don't want my kid to become odd man out. I want my kid, uh, if others are if others are, what do you call, having qualities that they shouldn't have, uh, to counteract, let me also tell my kid to become like him so that he knows how to counteract and how to defend himself. So if one tells lies, yeah, you also tell lie. If one is beating, you also beat. So we are seeing that this kind of environment is flourishing. Why? Because we think there is no alternative. But here we see that Jiva Goswami, when he had this great taste for Krishna, what he did, he got two dolls of Krishna and Balaram, and he used to dress the deities. Uh, that was his uh, loving play. He would pick flowers and offer them, and he would do artis. He would be getting food for them. See, right? Children are so pure, just like a sponge, a dry sponge. If you just put it at water, within no time, the sponge will soak it. Children, because they are not using the filters of the intelligence that we so-called think intelligent are, due to which we reject so much. We have so much reservation. We are not open to bhakti. Oh my God, devotion will make me uh, fool. People will laugh at me. People think that, hey, you have become devotee, you have joined that. Oh, what kind of fool you are? Because only less intelligent people take up to this. Only sentimentalists will take to it. Only people who do not have intelligence will take to this. So in that way, these intelligent filters are spoiling us an opportunity to benefit. Whereas children are so, they are very simple, and because of their simplicity, they are eager to absorb whatever is coming. So then Jiva Goswami, he used to sing, he used to do off arati, he used to dance for the deities, eh, and um, he trying to induce to his other friends, he used to perform um, uh, uh, programs. Yeah? He used to just invite them, and it was uh, it was while this everything was going on, his father died, and um, after hearing this, he was thinking, what is the use of this material world? He was thinking, after all, I have learned so much from my father, how to lead such a life. For him, it became blank when he lost such a association of such uh, person, yeah, as his father. And then after this, Jiva Goswami, he genuinely thought whom to stay with, Rupa and Sanatan. So with his uncles, he wanted to stay. So after some time, he went to Navadvip, and Lord Nityananda Prabhu took him on tour of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Uh, and he got this opportunity to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and what happened is he wanted to accept Sanatan Goswami as his guru. Now just we are saying that he was young, not even 20 years old. He was able to find the defects in arguments, logic, and all those things. He is very learned. So now we are talking about intelligence is also very matured. And when he has such a great intelligence, what he did, he surrendered. He went to his uncles, he surrendered to them, and one day he approached Sanatan Goswami and asked to give him initiation. Today's world, initiation, oh, come on, I want to be free spirit, I want to be independent, I want to do the way I want to do. I don't want someone interfering in my life. I don't want someone to tell what I should do. I know me better than anyone else. I have better control than anyone else. So this spirit of I in everything, due to which people do not even think of this whole process of initiation. But Jiva Goswami, he said he went to Sanatan Goswami and asked, "Can you please become my guru and guide me to success?" And then Sanatan Goswami, what Sanatan Goswami he said that he should accept Rupa Goswami as his Diksha Guru. Now you see someone is coming to you and asking, hey, I want to become your servant. A person who is not humble, he would just take it as something, and then what he will do is that he will, yeah. After all, I have opened my stall for that. I am very famous. I have so many followers. And yeah, one more person comes, you have to just pay 5 lakh as yeah, and then you can become member of this, and by doing that you are part of me, and I am going to bless you all success. No, Sanatan Goswami is not interested in all that. Sanatan Goswami said, hey Rupa Goswami, uh, you approach him and accept him as your guru. So this is what we see that humility means. Humility means to understand that I am the servant of the Lord. I am not the master. Of course, it's not that Sanatana Goswami uh, was just ordinary, he's a great personality. That's why even the kings wanted to keep him as his prime minister. He has riches, everything. He gave up everything. He joined and became a disciple of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Not ordinary. But still he says, go and meet Rupa Goswami. Why? Because I want and then Rupa Goswami, he approached Jiva Goswami. He went to Rupa Goswami and wanted to train him properly. Although he was coming from very high birth, very high, coming from Saraswat Brahman community. Saraswat Brahman community is very, very well known to maintain a very, very high Brahmanical quality standards. Yeah, he was greatest scholar of that day. Yeah, even before age of 20, he used to defeat others through logic. What is the flaws in their logic? He used to understand. He is a great scholar. And although he had such an enthusiasm for service, Rupa Goswami wanted to teach him, and through him, teach the whole world that bhakti means actually what? Bhakti means humility. And without humility, what will happen? Nothing can happen. The basic knowledge, which is the need of the day, is not possible to gain if one has no humility. And once, so what happened is, he had then engaged in some simple services. He would clean the room of Rupa Goswami and other Vaishnavas, simply cleaning. And sometimes he would collect water from Jamuna and put them in pots if they need. So some menial service. A scholar, a person who thinks, I want a service which is going to be like, okay, discussing philosophy, discussing bhakti. No, here Rupa Goswami is showing that service can be as menial as like cleaning pots. Other times he would cook for them. Other times he would even massage their legs, massage their feet. And in that way, uh, whenever he has some time, he would do some research studies also. And by looking up various Shlokas from different scriptures, he would do research. And sometimes he would go out in the forest to get palm leaves and prepare, the leaves for writing. Rupa Goswami used to use those palm leaves for writing. In this way, by cleaning, cooking, and some other services, he used to fan his guru, and he spent many months, but doing nothing. Only thing he was doing is only service. One day, there was a great opportunity. One scholar named Rupa Narayan, he comes to his village. This Rupa Narayan is already so successful scholar. What is his expertise is what? To challenge someone to come and he debates with them. That is his greatness. If someone becomes a scholar, what does he do? He says, "Yeah, come on, we go head on head, and then we will see who will be. If you are the loser, then you have to write in written that you lost." And yeah, anyway, those days were like those that time. Maybe these days things are happening, but more in a patent levels. But in those days it's different. So, and then he traveled all over all provinces in India, and he defeated so many in argument. With his arguments, he used to win. And then when people came to know that this Rupa Narayan is coming in this village, and everyone were scared. That because the only purpose of him is wanted to have what? The title of greatest scholar ever. But somehow, due to his past karma, he had such intelligence, incredible intelligence. Sometimes this is what uh, recently Mahavishnu Maharaj was telling. There is a lot of equality. People say there is a lot of inequality. Does anyone believe in this? The world is full of equality. Anyone? Now, Nikhil Prabhu, what do you say? Do you see in the world there is equality or inequality? There is a rich person, there is a poor person. I don't know if I need to mute you. Anyone else? Do you see there is equality or inequality in the world?
In the perspective, inequality, Prabhuji, because we have different,
Yeah.
color, caste, creed, status, lot of parameters. So inequality.
Yeah. Sagar Prabhu, what do you say?
Yes, Prabhuji, the world is in fact full of inequality, right? So, unfortunately.
Yeah. Others? Any other answer? If someone is saying equality, why? If someone is saying inequality, why? No, Maharaj was saying when Krishna is creating, how can there be inequality? When Krishna is perfect, when he is absolute truth, when his creation also will be perfect. When there is perfect, why there will be inequality? He said this appears to be unequal, but because of the karma of his past life, whatever he would have done, now he is facing it. Is it equality or an inequality?
Then if it's an act of balancing, then I think it's equality, Prabhuji. Because his karma is getting balanced now.
Yeah, there is complete. Everything is still under the control of the Lord, right? It's not that something is out of he created everything and somehow he lost the control. It's not like that. Everything is in control.
Maybe the other way around. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I just want to say maybe from the soul side, it's all equal. From a physical body aspect, it might not be equal.
Yeah, but see again the same. So even from a bodily perspective also, if someone is born somewhere, it was his desire, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it means like you ask something and Lord is giving. Is it equality or inequality? So he is equal to everyone. Everyone have asked that, I want to become that, I want to become this, and the Lord is arranging everything. So Lord is equal.
Yes.
I don't know who is this Suparna. I see newly joined. So I mean, it's very nice to see in that perspective, right? Okay, we see that equality. There is a lot of inequality that is going on. No, indeed, there is actually equality because we wanted it that way. But the thing is, we have no intelligence to see this equality. We are in that stage. Hare Krishna Suparnamatai. Yeah, you can also share if you have any thoughts. But anyway, coming back to this story that we go at least to finish off that. The story is about what? Shiva Goswami. But here we see what is happening. There is a scholar called Rupa Narayan, and this scholar who is the greatest scholar, he has this incredible intelligence. But he would have desired, okay, in my next life, I want to have like this, I want to be like that. And so, luckily, his intelligence is there. But he is not using it in the right way. So what he was doing, he was challenging wherever he was going, and in the spirit of challenging, he comes across a Rupa and Sanatan Goswami. So, and what will happen now is very interesting. See that, okay, then when we have education, when we have beauty, or when we have high birth, naturally we get uh, feeling like, okay, I am a Brahmin. Everyone should respect me. I'm high class Brahmin. In that Brahmin also I am highest. That is, others are just for namesake Brahmins. I am high class Brahmin. I am doing all the Vedas. I'm doing reciting all the Vedas. I am following that. I'm following this. This sense of feeling greater. Of course, one is not criticizing others, but inside that differentiation, one is feeling that I am superior. It gets to that minute level, and here we see a scholar who is ready. He's looking for competitors. Uh, he want to defeat. That is the only goal he had. He's saying, I am very great. I am better than everyone else. This is also sometimes this vision, our true vision, is covered by this kind of feeling. I am great. How many of us feel that I am great? No one. No one is feeling that. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I feel that, oh, I am great. I have a big problem with my real identity. I always feel, oh, I am great. That's why I am able to speak now. I am great. That's why people are calling me. I am great. That's why I am on demand. Every week that or this thing is happening. So this person, Rupa Narayan, is having a nice catalog of all the, what do you call, Vijay Patras, right? Wherever he goes, those people have lost and they sign that I accept my defeat. Hmm. So he defeated everyone everywhere, and he had a certificate of all these Vijay Patras, and anyone who defeated, he made them sign. It's not like I am saying, it is you are accepting, you are signing. So he heard about Rupa and Sanatan Goswami, then they are greatest. How can they be greatest? I am greatest. I have all the proofs, I have all the titles, all the approvals and everything. So Rupa and Sanatan Goswami said, sorry, he comes to challenge in a debate. And Rupa and Sanatan Goswami, they simply say, we are not concerned with having a debate with you. Just hearing this, what Rup Narayan saw was, he saw that they are hypocrites. They call themselves learned scholars, but in fact, they don't have substance. Otherwise, why will they not accept my challenge? And he even tells you, present yourself as great scholars. Why wouldn't you debate with me? Come. You're afraid of losing. You're afraid of losing. You're afraid of your reputation. Now, until now, people were foolish to know that you are great. But now, today, you will be exposed. If you are actually scholar, you will accept my debate. And Rup and Sanatan Goswami very humbly, they were not at all slightly disturbed. If a challenge is coming, oh no, I have to now show how great I am. No, what they said is, oh, all right. We are not fit for your debate. We are not great. Maybe people whom you have heard, they are telling great about us, but we are not scholars. So in fact, we are not fit to debate with you. Somehow our well-wishers have made propaganda and created this illusion that we are great, but in reality we are not so great. And we request you not to waste your time by debating with us. And Dhruv Narayan was very, very happy because this is what he wanted. Yeah, so he, hook or crook, he wanted success. And then what he did here, he was uh, getting the paper ready. What is that? Vijay Patra saying Rupa and Sanatan defeated, and then he was collecting the signature from them. Yes, and he was very, very happy. Here we see that Rupa and Sanatan Goswami were not interested in proving themselves how scholarly they are. Hmm. They were just immersed and interested in serving the Lord. That was the only thing. They wanted to just serve the Lord. They were not in the process of making big followers and big identity. No. But then what happened was when um, he heard that Jiva Goswami, although very young, he is only 20 years old, and he came to know that this uh, scholar is insulting uh, my uncles, not only my uncles, my gurus. This disciple, I think, if you Satish Prabhu, if you come across this, this also is in line with what happened in Ramanujacharya's life. Yeah, where the three questions that were asked by to Yamunacharya that he answers proves that he wins the half kingdom. I don't know if you know this.
Are you talking about the Melkotai incident, Prabhuji? Or
Yeah.
yes, yeah, Karnataka. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in this case, we see here also that then this boy who is just 20 years old, he is going. He said, he should step up. He should step up and show that he is. Uh, he should know that he is not a scholar, but in front of. Anyway, so as a disciple, he didn't want to show or see his guru to be insulted in this way because he knows how great his teachers were. So he is still acting as a servant of Rupa and Sanatan. He becoming very scholar also, and then he thought I should defeat him, because once I defeat him, then how if ever great he becomes, I can show the world that I have defeated him. So he went to Jiva Goswami and challenged him for the debate, and then he showed him the certificate that hey, your uh, Rupa and Sanatan Goswamis defeated, and now I have come to you. When Jiva Goswami saw that Rupa Goswami out of humility signed, and now he was blaspheming them, he couldn't take it. So he was thinking just to save the reputation of his uncles, Rupa and Sanatan, he must defeat this man. So he said, yes, I'll debate with you. For 7 days, they had a debate on the bank of river Yamuna, and on the seventh day, Jiva Goswami completely destroyed all the arguments of this Rup Narayan. And this great Digvijay, who was proud, Digvijay Pandit was defeated. And he was in so much ashamed, so much embarrassed, so much, just a boy of 20 years, uh, just 20 years, he left Vrindavan, never to return again. So Jiva Goswami came back to Rupa Goswami and to tell him this great news. While Rupa Goswami heard this, and he said, what is this? You entered in a debate with this person? Why you want to defeat him? And you have defeated him? Why are you so attached to your false pride? Why do you want to cause harm and defeat to others? This is what his guru is now saying. Vrindavan is only a place for what? For those who have no sense of pride. And then it is a place for those who are most humble. This is the teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and in that way, therefore, you should not live here any longer because you have transgressed the principle of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What is it? Humility. And for your own prestige, you what you did, adventured yourself into doing this. debate with another person. So Jiva Goswami had to leave Vrindavan. And he went to a place in Mathura. There he lived in a very, very simple place, and he was fasting, and he became very, very ill. He was practically eating nothing. He was just weeping and crying day and night, chanting the names of the Lord. Uh, he thought he made a big offense of being proud. And after some time, Sanatan Goswami, traveling in that area, he found Jiva Goswami in such situation, and he took back to Rupa Goswami and said, "You are not following one of the principles of Lord Chaitanya." And Rupa Goswami was so humble. He didn't say, "What do you mean? Why are you saying this?" He said, "Oh, which principle am I not following? Please tell me." Asking his brother Sanatan Goswami. Rupa Goswami is asking Sanatan Goswami, "Oh, what is that principle that I am not following? Please tell me." And Sanatan Goswami said, the main teachings of Lord Chaitanya, and I reveal to you which one you are not following. So he began to narrate all different important teachings of Lord Chaitanya, and then he came to the teachings of Jiva Doya, kindness to Jeev. This is what you are not following. And when he said this, Sanatan looked at him in such a way that Rupa Goswami understood that I am not following kindness to Jiva Goswami. So he called him back and embraced him. So here we see that Jiva Goswami, his intention was to teach this Digvijaya Rupa Narayan a lesson, but still, even that itself is also not still appreciated by the Goswamis of Vrindavan. They were so humble that they didn't have any. If someone will think me as a fool, let it be. If someone thinks as I am defeated, let it be. Here we see that Jiva Goswami was very renounced and completely detached and humble than blade of grass. To defend the dignity of Vaishnava culture and to protect the dignity of his Guru and his Siksha Guru and Diksha, he was willing to fight. He didn't care for his own prestige, but he was fighting as service to the Lord. And the fighting was, in one way, we see it's necessary, essential. It's not that, okay. But he was fighting as service to the Lord. Just the same spirit like Arjuna. Arjuna was willing to fight to protect Dharma. Jiva Goswami was also fighting to protect Dharma. Because if such fight is not there, what will happen? These people like Rupa Narayan will grow more and more prominent, and people who have more followers, they will be followed more, thinking that is genuine. Just like a gilt gold, if it is shining, it is shining brighter than the normal gold, people will go to that gilt fake gold. Rupa Goswami were defeated by me. This is what he was saying, right? And then, so to establish Dharma, Jiva Goswami taking up was right. But even though there were absolutely no fault of his own, Rupa Goswami wanted to show the world the greatness of Jiva Goswami. And that is the reason he was sent out. And if a guru is chastising, hey, what you have done? The disciple may think, hey, I did everything for you and you are scolding me. Let me leave the place again. No, Jiva Goswami he went to Mathura. He stayed there. He was day and night remembering the offense that he has committed. After all, when Guru is not pleased, what is the purpose of a disciple doing anything? He didn't justify his position. Rupa Goswami wanted to show this greatness of Jiva Goswami. And how he did so? By completely appeared to misunderstand his intention, chastised him, banished him from Vrindavan. Just imagine what a misfortune will be if someone is saying, hey, get out of Vrindavan, especially for a devotee who loves Krishna a lot. If Jiva Goswami would have tried to say, Guruji, you don't understand. You are saying like this, but you do not understand. I am actually doing all this for you. No, he didn't do all this justification. Why? Because he knows very well his guru knows everything. He knows his guru is expert in understanding what faults I have. So he was not defending. Usually we always try to defend our position, saying that I am right. People do not understand me. This defending is coming from what? Our ego. When our ego is corrected properly, then we take the position of approach of what Jiva Goswami did. So Jiva Goswami, his intentions were perfect. What he did was perfect. Everything was perfect. Still he got chastisement and completely misunderstood. But still he accepted what his guru. He understood what is the principle that he broke. He repented for that and humble himself. Guru, what you have done is for my correction. So whatever he is saying is for my good. So he began to fast and perform some severe austerity that his body was almost close to death. Yeah, so I hope this small narration will give us a glimpse of what it means to be humble. Yeah. And then, of course, all this past time we see that, okay, to see how great is Jiva Goswami. Yeah, he could defeat in 7 days. So great, right? At the same time, accepting the Guru, even though it was chastisement, is also great. He is kind of most humble, greatest, submissive, and most fearless. He just accepted whatever Krishna has plans for him. Anyway, so I'll stop here. This is still about humility. So people are very anxious to be famous for their religion, and consequently, sometimes it is found that without understanding the principle of religion, one enters into some groups. As for actual advancement in spiritual sense, one should have a test to see how far he is progressing. He can judge by these items. So for that, humility is very important. Only when we have humility, then we can really judge ourselves. Are we progressing or not? If we are not humble, all our judgments are not helping us, because we always have a false identity. And with that false identity, we always think that we are worthy to get respect. I think, yeah, last week we were discussing our meaning definition of respect. So we always want to be respected. But a humble person, in humility, when we take shelter, we don't really care. Our focus is service. Am I pleasing the other person? Am I pleasing the Lord? Am I pleasing my spiritual master? Am I satisfying, pleasing the Vaishnavas? That is the focus. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I think you narrated on, is the world equal or unequal? And I think that was kind of eye-opening, because I at least didn't see it from, that perspective. So that was very helpful. And also the story of Jiva Goswami, it is very, very, and he was asked to leave Vrindavan. So the kind of austerity that the Goswamis had is really standing out. And yes, Prabhu, yes, Prabhu, it was like very, very nice thing. I have a small question, Prabhuji. I know this keeps coming up, but you made a very important point. Matter will never give us satisfaction, which is true, and new inventions create disturbances. But science invention progression is required for treating illness and also to do bhakti also, right, Prabhuji? For example, when Kadamba Kanna Maharaj was not keeping well, many devotees were able to fly immediately. His last message, all this is because of...
Yeah, but he didn't take the shelter of science and extended his life. He attained mission complete within the time he has.
Yes.
Then now the question will come, do we need science?
Yeah, that's what, So, yeah, but even for his last message to reach everybody around the world and for us also to travel, we needed...
Yeah, when Ramanujacharya was there, flights were not there, but still he attained success.
Yes, that's right.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Or did people or followers increased because of technology?
I think in a way, yes, right, Prabhuji. Only because of science, Prabhupada was able to increase. And also during Ramanujacharya time, science was there in a different form, like for medicines, etc. But as you rightly said, ISKCON is well spread because of also the use of...
No, if they are there, there is no harm to use. After all, yeah.
Okay.
That if it's not like, okay, we don't use, if it is there, we use it. Just like if you have a hand, won't you use it?
But that will not give us satisfaction. That is the point. Yeah. Okay, got it.
So the thing is that people, for example, I mean, not analogy, this is a real truth. Have you seen some people who are born blind? Okay, blind could be, okay, not, okay, even blind, anything. If some disability is there, again, in the terms of equality of whatever they had done because of karma, they are facing it. But what science is doing is, the science is giving them an opportunity. And now the science, when it gives an opportunity, if they use it for good,
yes,
that is better. If they still use it, the science for bad, it is only harmful. So to glorify or not to glorify, after all this science is also the energy of the Lord. Just like the sunlight, when it goes through the prism, you're seeing all colors, right? To see all these colors is also intelligence. And Krishna is there. Mata Smritir, what is that? Jnanam, Apohanam. No, what is that? Before Jnanam, what is the word? No. Before Jnanam. Smritir, yeah. Smritir Jnanam Apohanam cha. So this remembering, forgetfulness, and also knowledge, everything is coming from me. So when this coming is also from the Lord, so are we still able to glorify isolatedly the greatness of the scientist, or the intelligence in fact is given by the Lord? So the Lord is great. Who is the great?
Yeah, the Lord, Prabhuji, you're right. Also, the context of what he explained was, I think, matter will never give us satisfaction. I think in that context, it was mentioned that, inventions will never give us satisfaction, Prabhuji. I think
Yeah, so the inventions will give only temporary relief or upliftment. Okay, if something has happened, oh, now earthquake has happened, Vodafone will brand itself that, hey, you know what? Within no time, we have a deployed mechanism that people can have network where there was disturbance. Is it not great? Oh, it's so great. Yes. Why is the quake happening first in place?
Yes, Prabhuji, absolutely. Prabhuji. I think now we got it, Prabhuji. Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, I mean to the question, I mean Satish Prabhu was asking. So I was wondering that any scientific invention, when it does not have the spiritual connection, it is rendered useless. Because if we see, if we take example of Twitter, Prabhuji, Twitter is used by many, like crores and crores of population around the globe, but 90 to 95% of the people just waste time on Twitter. But the CEO thinks that Twitter should be the ideal social platform to revolutionize the whole world. But here we often think that what it will revolutionize, because every scientific invention, when it does not have a spiritual connection, it is rendered useless. I mean, it will always create more problems. Bhakti Swarup Damodar Swami Maharaj clearly mentions this in the book, who is the spiritual scientist, that if it does not have that spiritual connection to serve God, where science has to definitely meet that line. If it does not meet, then I think the technology is just rendered materially. I mean, maybe I should not say useless, but maybe it is materially used, but it will not make us reach anywhere.
Yeah, it's futile. So when you are referring also for these inventions, right? So if you take still again this Twitter, or what was Facebook, right? What is Facebook called? Meta.
Metaverse or
What
Facebook.
happened? There are so many people are struggling because a lot of data is exposed.
Yes, Prabhuji.
I don't want that someone know about me, but yeah, I don't have a choice.
Yes, Prabhuji, and all these social media and everything inventions on the material world also, they create more and more problems in each and everyone's lives, because mankind themselves will create the problem.
So yeah, that's why I brought this Meta was because of Meta's problems. Some other tool has come. Because of WhatsApp being insecure. I think WhatsApp. I think people leave WhatsApp, go to Telegram. Telegram has this problem. They go to Signal, and Signal has problem. They'll go to something else. Chrome has a problem. They go to Mozilla Firefox. If it has a problem, they go to Opera. So all these inventions and all these things are a kind of, we hope that we can get best, but yeah, nothing is best. Yeah, Sagar, problem.
Yes, Prabhuji. One small thing to add. Actually, when you were starting with that example of the blind person, one thing just popped up. There is this show in Hamburg. Maybe it's also there in other big cities. I just came across. Maybe some of you already know it. It's like they call it as a dark room, where the normal people like us would be given a chance to enter into that dark room. As if we will be blind, nothing will be visible. And then after 1 hour, 2 hours, they will see what we have done in that, right? So it's like there will be a dining hall, and then there will be food, cutlery, and then everyone would be asked to go have a seat and take food and everything, right? And it will be like absolute dark, as if we are blind. So there is no opportunity to see anything, and then we have to orderly do something if we can, right? And then after 1 hour they will switch on the lights, and then we will see how big of a mess we made. And then the same thing happening to the blind person, they will also show what they have done and the orderly way they have arranged themselves. All they don't have eyes, they have done it as if we have done it with our eyes open and with the light, right? So why I wanted to say this is because I mean, putting the same thing in front in terms of technology, even though we have eyes, and the blind people do not have eyes, they have practiced in such a way that they are behaving as if they have eyes. So they have exceeded in something, in winning over one of their senses successfully. And we are unfortunately misusing one of our senses. So now we're coming back to the technology. Technology is unfortunately helping us going backwards, because we are not using one of those powers which the ancient people would have, because of which we would have communicated without these phones. Right, so just wanted to add that.
Just like in olden days, right? So this is what at least I have seen. If we just go 50 years back, if a person doesn't has a leg, uh, doesn't has limbs, whatever. Yeah, he used to spend more time, cursing himself or thinking, but he used to go to temple and oh Bhagwan, why I'm put in this situation and etc. Now, when there is a what is it called, artificial limbs coming, right, with robotic and all this metal, yeah,
Yes, prosthetic limbs.
what is it called, implant?
I think prosthetic limb.
Prosthetics, yeah, prosthetics, prosthetic leg or hand, yeah.
Yeah, people will have full facilities again to enjoy like any normal man, which means first of all, people who is having all things, is he really making best of it? Is he becoming great devotee? Rather he would just spend more because I am more beautiful, I am more that, I am more this. I'm just carried away in that sense, uh, enjoyment and getting more involved in this, in Vishaya. This is called. So there was in the past, people used to understand there was a person if person is disabled, but now we see we want to bridge the gap. Oh, no disability, everyone is equal. Yeah, but as you all guys have already said, what is the benefit are we taking when the technology is advancing? If it doesn't bring to spirituality, what is the use of it? And by having it, and intelligence is so has high potential, and because of Sagar Prabhu, as you said, in the past we used to remember so many phone numbers, isn't it? Now, remembering my own phone number, sometimes I struggle as soon as I change my number.
Yes, Prabhuji.
In the past, there used to be a small phone book. Hardly how many 300 numbers would be there. Life was still managed, right? Now we have address book of 5,000. What is the use? Yeah, as you said, we have such a potential that with that potential we could bring some technological advancement, but ultimately we have to see, okay, is it bringing devotees closer to Krishna? Yeah, Satish Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. The purpose of they mentioned,
And let's not be fooled by propaganda of you will be happy by taking this innovation. Every phone, every gadget that is coming to the market, they say this is the simplest, what is it, lightest, smallest, whatever they can put all superlative, the best innovation that is in the market. So many such innovations failed. They didn't even see the customer face.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So Prabhuji, can we also say that in the spiritual culture, that if the technology or science is there, it will be used for good, but without spiritual culture, it is like monkey has the knife for.
If we really focus on this Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi, if we can solve these problems, whether all this technology, whatever it can be, it is good. Not okay. We are only looking. Jara, come on. I think old age, are we not handling with some creams? No, we are just prolonging the old age. Effects of old age maybe a little longer. Other day when you were saying 69 years, right? What is the lifespan? This average lifespan 69.
69.
Did technology add more life? Average, we are talking average, not particular person. I once upon a time I went to a burial ground, graveyard, where I saw the lifespan of people who were buried there were like 100 plus on an average. And Satish Prabhu, we are still talking about technology. After that, what happened? No quality of food. Are we having better quality now?
Definitely not, Prabhuji. Yeah.
But yeah, technologically, we can have so many papers showing a lot of technological advancement. We know how to store food. We know how to create rain. We know so many things. In the end, what is happening? Everything is messed up, disturbed.
Because everyone wants to materially advance, right, Prabhuji? So that's why in food industry also this GMO and everything came. Lot of frozen foods are there because these are all shortcuts to sell their product.
Yeah, not a shortcut to create what do you call a large supply chain. Yeah, you can produce a lot and yeah.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, that is the reason the lifespan and it's reducing in Kali Yuga.
Yeah. So anyway, lifespan we are not able to. We may think that some diseases we have handled. Some diseases, other diseases came. If cholera is gone, cancer is there. If you think no, science will also crack this. Science will solve this diabetic problem. The science will solve this cancer problems. Some other problem will come. Technology. This is only a hope that by this something will be solved. Yeah, by bringing some medicines, one becomes more what do you call this? Irresponsible. Yeah, in a very hard word, I would say that contraception has brought what? The thought was okay, contraception can be used so that population control. No, it has brought more population, and that to more irresponsible population. No, yeah, stats shows that. And not only the problems, all this has led to more other problems, adverse problems, hormonal imbalances, depression, and all. So many things are coming because of this. Even the sense of duty, sense of responsibility is also gone. So many things. Every scientist will come up saying, hey, this will make our life blissful. Why it's not happening? Because the intention is, as you said, if you keep the customer in the center and innovate, that customer wants, what does he want? Happiness. You're just showing what is that easy happiness he can give. Yeah, Gaur Bhagwan Prabhu. So Janma Mriti Jara Vyadi. We may think that I have solved the disease problem. No, disease problem is not solved. We may think that I have solved old age problem. No, it's not solved. Birth problem. No. Contraception, did it stop birth problem?
No. Yes, Prabhuji, but some scientists, they say they don't claim that they will solve all the problem. They are here for to contribute some betterment to the world, like the cataract surgery that they make people to see again. And that is, they say it is the good side of science, that it helps people when they are in utmost need.
So as I said again, because we cannot give better vision, that's why we are giving a cataract free vision. What kind of thoughts it is? There is knowledge to give the real vision. If someone is cataract is removed, what is he going to see? The imperfect senses are still imperfect.
Yes.
Is it really betterment?
No.
Yeah. So rather, even as Sagar Prabhu was saying, a blind man can still have intelligence to walk, navigate through the life. A cataract is required for him. No. We need is what? This real knowledge, how to be humble. So these are what we want, because we cannot, because it needs some discipline, it needs some self-control, sense control, so many things, fearlessness, all these things, because we don't have this. That's why, just like a doctor, I was in Vrindavan once. When I went to the doctor, I was telling to, I don't know whom, I think it is Rupa, that this doctor, you know what? He says, oh, he will just start checking the pulse and he says, you have a list of 10, 15 diseases. I was just challenging him. Oh, no, I don't have this disease. He got little disturbed. How can he say this? And he was trying to convince me that way, this way, 10 ways. I still said, I don't have this problem. And you know what? This guy is making more money by just scaring people, saying, hey, if you don't take care of it now, you will have a bigger problem. And you know, the medicines that he used to write, I'm telling about Vrindavan, which is a small village. And of course, there are so many foreigners. So this doctor, what he used to do, he used to say, you know, just one medicine, one strip medicine costs 5,000 rupees. 10 tablets, 5,000 rupees. And now you imagine. And people buy. Why? Because they are scared, because he's making them scary. Oh, you know, if you don't take care of it now, then you'll be doomed to death. Yeah, something like that.
One part or question, Prabhuji. So in reference to the discussion we are having, you know, someone has got some issue with the eyes or whatsoever, and the technology or the doctor helps him cure that, and then they get the eyesight. I mean, from a humanity perspective, that looks all good. You know, someone is helping someone. I completely agree. From a spiritual aspect, where we know, you know, that one has not got his eyes or disease because of his prarabdha, and the technology has helped him get his eyesight back, which means his prarabdha is not gone.
Yeah.
He will have to have one more life with more issues or continue his issue somewhere. It's not like it's getting burnt.
Yeah.
The prarabdha is not getting burnt. So let's say from a humanity aspect, it's being helped out, but from a spiritual aspect, unfortunately, it is making him go backwards.
Yeah, it's like a, what is it called? Operation success, patient dead.
Kind of, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Your technology is showing everything green, but life is gone. So, and also like these days, we also hear about this, what is it called? C-section surgeries for the pregnant ladies, right? So we say, wow, technology, see, once upon a time, the mother and kid were in danger, it's a big risk, and, you know, C-section has come so that it brings a lot of safety now for the so much sanity, safety, hygiene, and all those things, right? But what is happening in this name? How many natural births? The count has come down, right? Why? Whatever patients the mother should have, that's gone. Whatever the doctors, they should have patients, that is gone. Why? Because for a natural delivery, you get 10,000. For a C-section, you get how much? I don't know, more. Anyway, that way is there. And of course, he is opening, what do you call this? C-section. Is it very healthy? No, it has its own complications for lifetime. I don't know. So in this way, government, where is betterment? If one claims betterment, doesn't mean betterment is there, right?
Yes, Prabhuji, it does not it does not give ultimate relief.
Just like if you have a small, what is it called, blemish, or what do you call, on your skin. If someone is applying an ointment, maybe it will go for now, but it will come again, and because there might be some whole disorder of blood. So yeah, anyway, I mean, this can go on, but I don't know. Satish Prabhu, is this a revisited question clarified with revisited answers.
Yes, Prabhuji. I don't know if it was for me, Prabhuji. I don't.
Yeah, for you.
Yes, yes, Prabhuji. But somehow, yeah, I think I'm not at that level of maturity to, because,
No, it's
also.
not about maturity. This is about still accepting as it is.
Yes.
So it's not maturity. Yeah, it is just the logic that
Accept.
science is bombarding on us, saying that, we did this. We have to just see where is the caveat. Huh? If it is so demanding, why people are still suffering?
Yeah, yeah. So other points was clear, Prabhuji. But for me, the only thing is, the other Prabhu also spoke about the, for example, the eye surgery, right? So yeah, but I understand Ramana Maharishi also said he will live with cancer and not take up things. So rejecting science for accepting karma, that is little. What do I say? It's difficult for me to digest, but yeah, but I see all great people do that, Prabhuji. So yeah, that's a point for sure.
So what you're saying is that why can't we still use the medicine and live longer and do more bhakti, right?
Yeah, that is also, yes, Prabhuji. That is also that. For example, I had my hernia surgery 2 years back.
I give an example of Kadamkaran Maharaj. Then, yeah,
Yes.
he was not rejecting to take a treatment. But what is the guarantee that treatment is giving him? There is no guarantee. 50% chances.
Correct, Prabhuji.
He said, for me, no problem. Yeah, if I mean, because in that way he can be giving his instructions longer for his disciples, and he can have more disciples. He can serve Prabhupada more. Why should one sacrifice such an opportunity? For him, he said, if there is a guarantee that this treatment will definitely cure, which goes through like 1 year, 2 years of rigorous medication, which have all sorts of harmful things, and which can also affect the consciousness of mind, that one may forget Krishna. That was final line for him. He said, if that risk is there, I will not take.
Yes, Prabhuji, I remember this, Prabhuji, because yeah, the chemo could really make us unconscious, and we lose our Krishna.
Yeah. So he is ready to take all hardships, but if it only gets one closer to Krishna.
Yes, yes. Probably because this medicine, the reason for which I keep thinking about this is like 2 years back, I had a hernia surgery. So should I have not accepted it and probably have lived with this? I know this kind of questions come to my mind. That's why.
Yeah, be thankful to the doctor who had been blessed by the Lord's intelligence. Lord has given him intelligence, he made it, and then, as I said, we are not dependent on it. If it is there, we are not against to use it.
Right.
That clarifies the point.
Yes, Prabhuji, that this is very neat. And also you mentioned like whichever makes us forget Krishna, that kind of treatment is not required. We will live with that pain. That is also a very valid thing. And for the other inventions, it was very clear, Prabhuji, because matter does not give us happiness. For example, iPhone came, then a lot of things. Then today we have another Vision Pro, so this will never give us confidence, happiness. That is very clear, Prabhuji. Only this medical part I was having some confusion, but I think that is also now clear. Thank you, Prabhuji.
But I will tell, even if medical point of view, who messed up the world? We took bad food and we are suffering from that. In the past, it was not the case. We had in the past good habits. We had good food.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
So
the food is toxic now.
In a given stage of that, we didn't had there was this well-working Ayurveda. Of course, Ayurveda is not what do you call, claiming that we will save lives. There is no old age, no birth, and no. It claims that you live a lifestyle that is good for your body, which is natural to your body. And people who cannot maintain, okay, we give something as a relief.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Because we didn't take to that seriously, we are suffering. And because we are suffering, market is there for making treatment.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is a beautiful point, Prabhuji. Natural living, and for assistance, we had Ayurveda, so we neglected everything. And then
we didn't take care. Yeah.
that
Even
is
now,
true.
the same thing is happening, right? If you go in India, doctor will say, don't do that, don't do this, don't do this. Here, if you go to a hospital, doctor will simply say, what? Oh, don't matter. You can drink, you can eat, whatever from day one after your operation.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Why? Again, you can come back. Of course, doctor is not interested that you come back. But doctor also is not so saying, oh, okay, if you don't do, yeah. Even if he will tell, am I going to follow? So as long as we are rebels, we will get disease. As long as we are rebels, we get birth. As long as rebels, we become old. And as long as rebels, we will die. So the cycle is there because we were rebellions from day one. And this business is going on. And someone is making benefit of it.
Yes, Prabhuji. Now I think things are much clearer, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Okay, I'll stop here again. Goes to us just like that. That is for me. But yeah, let's take this very important. One is the child care. Child care program is not somewhere outside. Child care program should be at home. The children should be given ample time to understand bhakti. Beyond bhakti, nothing is there. We should give bhakti as the priority one. When this means that we should become bhaktas, we should become devoted, we should understand. So, I mean, I didn't bring this important point that, but here just like Jiva Goswami, because he was able to see Sanatana Goswami and Rupa Goswami and how they were dealing with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the child got benefited. Similarly, we should always look for opportunities where we can go to such programs that are happening around, give the chance for our children to be with such a good atmosphere, and they will also genuinely be. One need not force to become devotees. Children with their unfiltered intelligence will very happily accept, but it is us. We should make this effort that we have to, I would say, prioritize our programs such a way that we become devotees, we live a devotional life at home, and then the kids sees, then they will also gradually develop the same qualities. This is one thing. The second thing is humility. Of course, that is where we see that humility means the approach of Sanatan Goswami and Rupa Goswami. They didn't want to debate with Rup Narayan Pandit, but they are fine if he considers them as defeated, that's okay, but they wanted to just be in the mood of serving the Lord. That is humility. Identity. They were ready to give him honor, though he was faulty. Fine, we are ready. Okay, if you want this, take it. But why? Because honor is such a dangerous thing to have that will only ruin our life. So rather looking for honor, we should look for opportunities to give honor. This is one thing. And then in the case of Jiva Goswami, we see that how great he was is if his guru is blasphemed, then he opened his mouth just to show how great his teachers are. He could very easily defeat. Even in that defeat also he was still humble. It's not like to show off like the Rup Narayan. His intention was very clear. His intention is very correct. Yeah. So even in that we see humility means not just to sit back, to actually raise to the occasion. That is also humility. Not for oneself, but to protect the name and fame of, or to spread the glories of a spiritual master or Krishna. For that, a devotee is ever eager to take up any challenge. And then we were entering into this topic of how these material elements can not give us happiness, but only can show us, what is it? The illusion. That is why Satish Prabhu, the word Prabhupada uses is what? Material deception. Material deception. See, in the deception, we still think everything is right. We are not even able to find is it fake or not.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Have a nice weekend and also week. And we meet us again. And in case if you find these sessions useful, and if you think others may also like, benefit, please let me know. You can reach out to me, and then we can connect them also to this. And for, of course, I'm not always conducting only this kind of discourses, talking, but we also have meetups where we meet together in and around places where we all are living, and then we have nice programs where kids can come together, they can learn, and we also can come together, we also can learn, and in that way make our gradual advancement. Thank you very much. Panchakalpatarabhyascha kripasindrabhya vachapatidanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Very good.
Hare Krishna.